Juan, Pablo, Casillas, and that could be just John Paul, but Juan Pablo is the name. Some people call me JP. I came to the US first when I was 14 years old from Aguascalientes, Mexico. And I was pretty much just total chaos back then as a kid, 14 years old. The culture shock was really difficult. And so I gave in into school athletics and school arts. And through choir, I started kind of like, developing my ear, my vocals. But I never really took a music theory class. And so it was in high school when I found out I had some type of friendship with music. But I never took it serious because I was more of an athlete. I did more sports, and choir was just more for an easy grade. And so then I tried the talent show and I sang in Spanish and it worked out. I won the talent show, and then I was just kind of confused about that because there's no really singers or musicians in my family. And so then after the talent show, they asked me to sing for graduation, and I just kind of said yes to challenges. Even though they were scary. I got offered to do the lead role in the musical. And so I didn't do wrestling that year because I had to do the musical instead. And so just challenges like that really amplify my limits, my capacities. And so still after high school, I tried to go to college for football and try to be a kicker and do field goal, and it didn't work out. And so I ended up going to a community college last minute. And so there I decided to take a music theory class for the first time ever. I was just kind of natural and just learn songs and learn covers and basic chords on the guitar. Just the basic stuff to start growing. I thought I would be a YouTuber or something. And so at that community college, I got told, man, you're kind of good. You're writing songs. I started to write songs, instead of just singing covers. I'm like, what if I just write a song on top of this chord progression? Why not? And the chord progression is not really owned by the artist. A chord progression is used multiple times in different keys. So I started writing songs and it kind of just worked out. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. My brother's in LA already acting. Maybe I can go join him or move back with my parents in Colorado. And so it was just a leap of faith, and went to music school in Hollywood. Made it in. I think anybody can make it in. I mean, I guess Berkeley is really like limited, but schools really want your money, I guess. But anybody can really dance or sing. There's just some people that have that touch that might be liked by the majority, let's say. So I made it to that school, and I didn't know how I was going to pay it. So I was in that school from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Like I would stay after class and do my homeworks and then learn covers and just do extra because I was scared of not making it, of my decision. I'm like, I need to make this worth it. So my athletic discipline, like repetition and consistency and discipline. I mean, just doing scales. I really worked my vocals to really stretch my range from low and high. And so I studied Freddie Mercury to Bruno Mars, Celine Dion to Beyonce. I did sing songs that I'm not comfortable with, like metal or Paramore or like country music, or I'm not really an R&B singer, but I tried. And so just exposing yourself to all these uncomfortable areas really makes you a more whole musician. And in whatever you do, I mean, you could be a guitar player, a drummer, a bass player, a singer. And so just doing all that really expands your abilities. And so that school really was kind of like a Harry Potter school, but just for music. So it was pretty fun to see other people. And then you make your own band and friends and relationships there. And some people like from that school that I know are playing with Tori Kelly or, Pink, or just they really took off. And it's really cool to see classmates that really took off to that level. And so in that school, I formed a band and we became street musicians. I was a singer, there was a rapper, guitar, drums, and bass.
Hey. Ni una doncella llevó, no le importó que la quería tanto, el veneno con el sudor que va corriendo por su piel. De un héroe se enamoró, para que el mundo entero oiga mi llanto, oiga mi canto, porque yo sé que una doncella llevó, que una doncella llevó.
Set up the acoustic set and break it down for people, and pass out stickers and just really bootleg techniques. And so we promoted the name of the band, our Instagrams, and all of that. And one day I said, let's go to this fancy hotel. I feel like some executive is gonna walk through there. And so we did it. And after a couple of Friday nights playing in that hotel, there was a manager that found us. And from there, he took us to a major record label and we signed a deal. And so things just kind of kept rolling like snowball effect. And it was 10 years of my life in Los Angeles that I did music, and we toured around. And from being a student to street musician to a signed professional artist with a band to solo artist to independent artist. I have done American Idol. I have done The Voice in Mexico. I have done some TV shows, radio performances. I have done multiple songwriting sessions and recording sessions.
Por mi identidad.
I'm not really a musician who like goes crazy on the guitar. I just play basic chords to build a song, and then I go to the studio. I'm not a producer, but I go to the studio to my favorite producer. That's another thing. I've gone through like many producers, maybe like 50 of them. And so you have your favorite 3 that really get your sound. And so you choose that, it takes time. It takes a lot of money, a lot of experience, a lot of awkward moments, a lot of friendships. And so it's a great life. It's very lonely because you need to be lonely to yell, to scream, to play, to record, for repetition. People get annoyed. People don't get us.
We have a great question from Dileta, and Dileta, you should be able to unmute and ask your question to Juan Pablo.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, how do you find the inspiration to write the songs and the good words that express better your feelings?
Of course. So I like the guitar a lot because it rings. It rings and it lets you like think about a melody and a feeling, something you want to say, and also that matches your that expression with the word. So I don't know. Let's create something new. Let's see, something like. Something like. So there, that's just kind of like a verse, let's say, you know. And so you can go either Spanish or English, whatever your language is. And so what I heard on that melody, before, you can fit in a before there. So then you're talking about something that happened or something that you never felt before. So never thought that I never met her before. And then we on the floor. So then you change it for like a solution or to the pre-chorus. But so you start with I start with melody. I start with melody so that it's the most authentic to my expression.
Before we let you go, before I end the meeting for all, can you by any chance give any advice to these kids as far as pursuing your dreams?
Of course. So be honest with yourself. I did go to this music school because I knew it was the thing to do. And I did see other musicians or artists or students that that were maybe not meant to be for that music world. And so I just felt bad that they were spending time and years in it. But then somebody else told me, it's like, yo, they're doing exactly what they want, what they like. You don't know if that person has cancer and they're gonna die soon. It's like, go to music school and do whatever you want. So that was impactful to me. I'm like, you know what? Do exactly whatever you want, even if you're not good at it. But I do recommend go to music school. And it doesn't have to be the most expensive music school, not at all. I think it could be down the street, whatever music school you can afford or lessons. But the truth is that you can find these lessons online on YouTube. Anything that you want to learn, you can teach yourself. So if you're like, okay, I want to learn, but I can't go to school, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, it's all right. I mean, everything's online now and for free. And so just kind of learn the basics of music theory, basics of how to put chords together, and do it for yourself first and for therapy, maybe to share with your family members. Don't do it for the fame. Don't do it for the numbers. That's another thing. This Instagram game, TikTok, all this crap is just, it's kind of empty, you know. It takes away from everything. That's where I kind of like fell off a little bit.
Sure.
So don't get lost with the numbers, the followers, the views, the likes. Just do it for you, for your own pleasure, like a candy. It's yours.
Yeah, intrinsic for the internal motivation.
Yeah, and for the people around you.